Yay, we're back for more The Wall and other adventures, but mostly Beyond the Wall. Because today we're going to go really beyond the wall for the first time. Outside the village? What? So, I've got the crew all here. Andy, CC, Marty. Thanks for coming back. I don't know why you keep doing that, but I'm just going to keep playing more nonsense until you leave.
You're trying to get us to leave?
Yeah, you didn't know that was the objective of
You
Beyond the
didn't
Wall?
read the whole Beyond the Wall manual?
I didn't. I must be in the GM section, yeah.
Yeah, it's like literally just be as crazy and stupid as possible until they're like, we don't want to play this anymore.
A game of chicken, really.
Yep. Let's see if I can out-narrative the rest of them today. No, so first of all, we got to catch up, right? What happened last time? We created a world. A whole new world, some might say.
Don't close your eyes.
So we've created places like Lurkwall, and Dirkwall is officially on the map, which we've also called Jerkwall, I think. It's a local sort of rivalry type of deal. We have a major city of Orsford down to the south. Or is it Orford? Am I putting an S in there? Yeah, Orford City. We've located on the map the lair for the dragon, the laughing dragon, as it were. And we have a fairy circle in the woods. And we've got these ruins of this ancient, giant Norse civilization that is just screaming to be explored. And where did we leave off last time that we actually adventured?
We all got kicked out of town.
Yeah, kind of.
We got sent on our way.
Yes, we were politely asked to leave.
You were narratively motivated to go beyond the wall.
We were encouraged. I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm down.
Yeah.
I think technically the only one of us who was actually kicked out was Frankie. Everyone else is just encouraged.
I believe I was stripped of title and
stripped
cool.
of title and told to get going. Yeah, on with your adventure that you want to be on so badly, right?
Yeah.
So Frankie,
Brilliant.
as you're preparing, your dad's probably like really sympathetic of your situation and probably trying to help you out. Your grandmother probably doesn't want to see your face.
Sure.
until you're done with what she's tasked you with.
That's fine.
Your buddy Auden is probably taking credit for it's probably been a couple of days as you're preparing to leave, and like a day or two later he's probably taking credit for no traders have been hurt in the last 2 days, and I figured it out because I went into the woods and shoot off those bandits
And got shot to death by an arrow. Yeah.
He doesn't bring that part of it up though.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You did great. That's fine. I'm almost out of here.
Oh, okay. That's Frankie's attitude.
Yep. Just kind of, you know what then? It's fine.
Can I invoice the kingdom for my potion?
So let's see. Grandma Ursula Weaver is probably extra nice and apologetic to Saffron because she's, she tried to get Jocelyn eaten essentially or taken.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, but now she's probably very she's very supportive of you becoming, the trader that you're always meant to be, and I'm sure you shared the opportunity to go beyond the wall with her.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make a name for the family, so I don't know why she's being so stuck up about it and trying to kill my mule, but
she bought some carrots for the mule. That's a way to say she's sorry. It looks like a bouquet of flowers, but it's carrots.
Yeah, it's her you should be apologizing to, not me.
She weaved the bottom of the stems of the carrots together.
Weaver's got to weave. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she gives you like 3 packets of salt.
For the road.
Yeah, for the road.
She's invented to-go packets of salt. Yeah, like fast food restaurants have.
But really, when we did some world building last time, we talked about the group wanting to go to Lurkwall. So it feels like it's an Amelia episode.
Yes. Well, some background on Lurkwall is that it's where Amelia's family is originally from.
Mm-hmm.
And it was overrun by goblins or some harrowing event took it and chased them all out, which is part of why Silas never got along, why we got a good proper witch now. And yes, Amelia has some unresolved issues.
Amelia and her new grandma.
My new old grandma.
Your new old grandma, yeah. So we should set the scene and focus in on the witch's hut with Amelia there, preparing to leave with her friends, but something's happening. There's a change in the air. You feel this sudden wave of uncertainty come over the witch's hut, and the witch sort of gives out an unsettled, startled, "Ugh!" And you notice she looks down at her warm milk that she drinks. I don't know. And it curdles right in front of her. And she's like, "Oh no! Amelia, dear! Very bad sign. Look at this!" She shows you the curdled milk.
It smells bad. What does it mean?
She says, "Oh, I'm getting weak. I can't use my powers anymore. Something's changed. They're back."
They're back?
Amelia, I'd like you to test charisma to see how much of the story that you can get from the witch.
Oh, it's my best stat.
I didn't come up with this. It's the scenario book, everybody. Oh, it's a success.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
My character sheet was taking up too much of the chat window. I couldn't see the thing. Okay, good.
She says, "I never told you why I left Lurkwall and what really happened there." She says, there's some great power there. Maybe evil. I don't know. But, well, you see, I went and did what Silas wanted me to do. I suck out this great power, and I tried to awaken it so we could establish it in Lurkwall as a peaceful place. A place where Silas couldn't make any more trouble, you know?
Yeah.
You know how he always is getting in trouble?
Just can't sit still.
Well, I went and found this ancient power in a barrow. It was nearby Lurkwall, and it was my mistake. I shouldn't have done it, but it caused all the issues in Lurkwall, and we had to leave. It probably attracted the goblins there. You've heard about those.
Yeah, Amelia kind of nods and is trying to process a lot of information. So she'll ask, but the goblins didn't come from the barrow. They were drawn to it?
Yes. What's in that barrow is much more ancient and much more powerful.
Okay, well, luckily I know Featherfall now. Okay.
She says, "Listen, there's an old manor in Lurkwall. You know, I've talked about it a lot. You need to go there and see if you can find any maps or whatnot on where you can find this barrow. I'm sure it's the source of the problem."
She'll say, will you be okay?
Oh, yeah. Just go and get Ursula for me. We're going to build some salt around the hut. I think it'll be fine.
Of course. It makes
But I'll be weak for a time,
of sense.
dear. Just don't bring your friends to the hut until you've got this figured out. And I hate to say it, but if you don't figure it out in time, it might be taken from you.
But
I don't want to give you all the details to scare you too much, dear, but know you're under the gun here. Don't be lollygagging now.
okay, this is a time-sensitive issue then. Okay, I can't just put this off for a long time. I will go get Madame Ursula and my friends, and we will save the witch and the village and Lurkwall.
Oh, that sounds perfect. Hey, Amelia, dear, listen. No matter what you find, just remember that I love you, dear. Nothing will ever change that.
She kind of like, she's clearly trying to not cry. And she says, no, yeah, you too.
Okay, no time for sentimental stuff, dear. Get going before I'm taken forever.
Why start now? Okay.
Gives you a pat on the back or something. So you go and get Ursula and your friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ursula has the equivalent of like a dump truck of salt backed into the witch's hut. That would be. Maybe she asks to use Jocelyn to back up a cart of salt.
Beep, beep, beep.
You're good. You're good. Come on.
Starts building a 6-foot salt wall.
And here, I thought we were primarily a timber town, but apparently we have a salt mine, right here.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
It's a salt lake. And
There we go.
I forgot to add that to the map.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ursula's going to help the witch out with protection. Right before you leave, you have, or maybe even as you're leaving, you hear villagers sort of getting all afluster. Just some of the common folk that you run into day to day that isn't important, and they don't have names because we haven't rolled on the table for them. But NPC 1 runs up and he's like, "Oh, have you heard about the graveyard? Terrible happenings there. Scary stuff.
What's this about the graveyard?
I don't know, some kind of weird markings and something. You should go look before you leave, Frankie. So it's really scary."
Well, I'm just getting supplies for the road, but sure. Yeah.
Don't be too scared when you see it.
Okay. All right.
Is this a practical joke?
Yeah.
You're like,
I have 19 hit points and 2 junior witches with me. I'm fine. That's fine. Yeah, once my friends come to gather me anyway, I put the pack on my back and be like, let's walk by the graveyard first, I guess, because it's got the town folk all afluster, and it's a noble's duty to go get their knees dirty, rummaging around a graveyard.
Oh, right. Okay. So at the graveyard is a scene where normally you know little headstones, and maybe there's a tomb where who was it? Is it your grandfather, Saffron, that fought the maybe he has a tomb there or something. It's a very ceremonial type
hero's tomb.
Yeah, a hero's tomb. Maybe that's the one in the center of the graveyard.
Well, that's nice of them.
All over the headstones and tombs are ancient giant iconography, just scorched into the stone everywhere. And
and it's
Amelia,
new. This is what's just happened. Okay.
Yeah, apparently, because that's never been there before.
Great.
Okay. All of you would know that, having probably visited the graveyard once or twice in your lives. Amelia, you recognize that all the iconography speaks of death and hell, or the underworld, as it were, in ancient giant civilization speak. And the same unsettling feeling you felt in the witch's hut sort of hangs over the graveyard.
Yeah, I'll probably walk up to I'll walk up to one of the gravestones, and I'll feel like in the carving, like does it feel, is it warm to the touch or anything?
Yeah, so it's not so much like it's been carved into the stone, just more like it's almost been scorched on there.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll say as you go to touch it, it's so warm to the touch, it like you have to pull your hand back.
Okay.
Like it burns a little bit.
Careful there, Amelia.
She'll go back to her friends and point at the symbols, and say, in giant, that one means death, and that one refers to their version of the underworld. And there's a what I can only describe as a creepy feeling. Is everyone else getting the creepy feeling? Because I felt it before, so I don't know. It might be a witch thing.
Just a witch thing.
Are we getting a creepy
Yeah,
feeling?
it's just a witch thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
You're telling me that a bunch of like giant teenagers came in and tagged up our graveyard overnight? I think someone would have seen that. Also,
And with
giants
death-
aren't real anymore.
And with death iconography, they're already dead.
Oh, giant death metal is pretty big back in the day. Yeah.
no, I'm not implying that giant goths have come over and.
I'm thinking like, what's the equivalent of like Metallica or something in giant?
It's just giant Metallica.
Valhalla Alaka.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
too many. It's like too much. Yeah.
But she will say, yeah, I mean, you saw her get her hand burned. It's still warm. We would have. I don't think anyone physically did this. I think it's magical.
Frankie's a real forward thinker, which is to say she's a bit of a Dumbo. She goes and touches it.
Oh.
Is
Yeah,
it also
she
hot?
just no.
Why
she
are we
just
all
touches it.
touching it?
No, it feels like stone. Some of the soot comes off on your fingers. It's like
Ow!
I don't think it burned her hand.
Sure enough.
I was
She's
gonna
not a very
say,
good actress.
Do I need to ask for like a charisma check for the deceit?
I'm
But
just trying to make
no.
my friend feel better that yeah, so what D20?
No, it's just so obvious that everybody
Okay,
sees through
fair
it.
enough. Yeah. Yeah, charisma's
think-
not my strong suit, I don't think.
Yeah, I think she's faking it for you.
Sure.
It hurts, doesn't it?
Too right. Yeah, no, absolutely. Well,
I don't know if I'm embarrassed for myself or her.
well, is there any to be done about it, or should we still hit the road? Should we?
Should we tell our grandmothers about it so maybe they can salt pile here too, or
The message cantrip.
I don't have that. I have hexing and blessing. That's it.
Although actually, didn't we establish that the graveyard is actually pretty close to the witch's hut? Did we?
Oh
establish
yeah,
that?
so we could certainly stop.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost don't want to bother her, but we should stop by. I think Amelia will say that she thinks it's related to the barrow.
Okay.
That it's the same feeling in the witch's hut that she felt earlier when milk curdled, and became a delicious breakfast, a low-fat breakfast treat. Yeah, but let's stop at the witch's hut just to establish that she knows, and Fantasy Steve doesn't have to go tell her.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. You encounter Fantasy Steve on the way back. He's like got a bucket of like soapy water and a sponge. This is going to be really scary. I have to go clean this up all by myself. I hope I don't get killed.
We all hope that, Fantasy Steve.
Thanks for your encouragement.
Yep.
Frankie.
No one will let that happen, Steven.
Don't salt me in there, you know?
Oh no. Salted it. Salt everywhere.
Leave an exit.
Even if it's a maze, give me a chance.
Fighting chance.
See, I'll I don't want to interrupt Ursula and my grandmother if they are doing proper witching. But
I imagine the whole Weaver family, other than Saffron's there, they're like, it's almost like like masonry. Like they've got salt bricks and there's like salt mortar and there's already like a 4-foot wall built around the witch's hut.
It's a whole operation, really.
Yeah. Just although they'll figure it out, won't they?
Yeah. She's probably like, no, don't worry now, Amelia dear. I'll let her know that the graveyard got tagged.
Is the #1 killer in Kirkwall heart disease? Just out of curiosity.
No, there's none of it in the food because we.
Oh, okay.
putting
Oh,
it
the
all
food's all terrible then.
It's all peppered food.
Yeah.
Because all the salt has to, go for
We
protection.
found a Mrs. Dash mine a couple towns over. We'll be fine.
Wasting good salt on food?
Sweet.
No.
Mm. Okay.
Well, I've got rations, breads, cheeses, changes of clothes. I'm packed as if I've been waiting my whole life for this. Point of fact, I have. So,
Yeah,
we got-
just load it up
Saffron,
into
are
my
you-
cart.
Are
Yeah.
you taking Jocelyn like in a cart, the whole thing, or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Jocelyn's coming along. Cool.
we have cut our land speed in half.
Yeah. Okay. So wait, the one mule's literally pulling everybody on the cart.
Well, I'll walk for most of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a hearty constitution.
Okay.
I don't.
I mean, you can ride on
You
the
can
cart.
ride along.
Thank you.
You're no extra weight.
So we'll fast forward. So you're traveling south along the road, I'm assuming, out of Kirkwall and down to Lurkwall, where we've built into our map a broken bridge. So
Right. We did that.
Yeah.
so you come upon the river and the broken bridge that leads into Lurkwall. And there you see a couple of familiar faces just sitting on this side of the bridge, sort of, with their arms crossed. It's a certain tusk-looking, big, brutish fellow with a big, large shield strapped to his back and one of his goblin buddies. And they're just watching you approach the bridge from afar.
Sir, are they on our side of the bridge or the other side of the bridge? They're on our side of the bridge.
Your
okay.
side, yeah. Would you like to just...
Greetings, frog.
Oh, yeah, okay. You're just going to roll up to him and be like,
I
hey, frog.
suppose, yeah.
What are you doing here? I thought you were going to your dragon or.
Yeah, frog is. Says, but found this nice bridge and thought I would charge toll to cross the bridge.
Oh my god.
Get more shinies for my master.
I don't want to tell you how to run your business, but it's a broken bridge, so you're gonna have some trouble with that. And also, nobody goes to the Lurkwall.
He looks back at the broken part of the bridge and then looks forward and says, half off today. I only charge you 1 mule to get over.
Oh, come on.
I'm not giving you my mule.
I need the mule.
For what?
Frog needs to look really good in front of Dragon Master. Shinies and mule. Imagine Frog get promotion right away.
It's not happening.
We already gave you crap last time. You got a boat. You went south to Lurkwall instead of what I presume to be the giant ruins, I guess. But no.
He went the wrong direction.
And where's Silas? Did you eat him? Where's
Oh.
the man who was with you?
Yeah, Frog got hungry. Suggested I should eat man, because men probably taste good. And he said, no, have you ever tried goblin? Frog never tried goblin, so Frog tried goblin.
There were.
But then
two.
man ran away.
Nice.
Ran into where big stones are.
Stupid man.
Frog found out Frog doesn't like goblin, so only have one instead of two now.
I do see that. That fills in a narrative gap for me. Thank you. All
The story
Perfect.
is checking out.
right. Well.
Well, Frog make you deal.
Mhm.
You pay Frog toll, and Frog toss you across the other side.
Well, okay. That's not going to do well with the wagon, and I think the toll is still the mule.
Yeah, and how's that half off, I'm wondering? Like, do you usually ask 2 mules? Because not a lot of people have 2 mules.
You're a traitor? This is haggling?
You have another mule hidden somewhere?
No! I'm saying that most people don't have 2 mules.
It should only
Because
be half a
Frog
mule.
takes one, right? You're saying Frog takes one, so most people don't have 2. Yes, because Frog will have them all.
Let's go with that, yes. No. Can we just pay you some gold or something? I don't know.
Quick, Frog, just stay right there. Just a quick word with my friends here. Let me just
Oh, there's a side happening.
huddle up. Huddle up.
The goblin gets in.
Okay. So,
Gonna
I'm done.
gently push the goblin out.
It feels dejected.
I am suddenly reminded to give the salt piles, the portable salt piles, to my friends.
Okay. All right, so everybody has a salt pack.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty done with negotiating with Frog. It just keeps being more and more, and he has for sure eaten people. Like good honest traders and stuff. Like I felt bad letting him go the first time, but was like, all right, well that's done. And here he is again. I propose we pay him in steel.
Okay, that is a good plan. I have a secondary plan.
Okay.
Okay, he ate the first goblin, right?
Mm-hmm.
We try and get him to eat the second goblin with salt.
Okay.
Maybe it would taste better.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
And then we only have to fight a frog and not frog and a goblin.
And he'll be slowed down with the itis. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I was.
You
just
should.
Wait. Does
Trade
axe
with
handle
them, but-
have to? Does axe handle rules cause a check for that? Whereas
Almost,
handle-
yes.
Absolutely
Has-
compensates.
Is that that's an
Yeah.
axe handle.
There's
For
a
the itis.
whole chart
there's
for the
It's
itis.
like
Every
like,
meal you eat, you roll on
It's
the
like
how's it
exploding
sitting
charts. It's like
chart.
2d6, but if you
Yep.
roll doubles, check the
Yep.
other chart because something. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Right.
For sure. All right. Well, if someone would like to go about trying to convince Frog to eat the other one, but this time with salt, I'm all for it. Otherwise, I want to get in at least one attack before he gets his shield up. So you guys let me know what the signal is, and I've got your back.
We could just attack him. I
I
will.
mean, I can try and convince him. I've got. I got skills in it. I could always try testing my skills. Good practice and what.
Just
The whole time you've been having this aside, Frog's over at the mule, like sniffing it and like
Oh,
pinching
no.
its skin and.
oh,
Okay, let's just
that makes me uncomfortable.
let's just go. Let's just Frankie's plan.
just jump him.
Okay.
Perfect.
Plan A,
All right.
I believe it is called usually.
Yes.
Okay. So you're gonna kind of get the jump on Frog and the goblin.
Yeah. Once we unhuddle up, and you two, since you're more distance, you guys can position yourself near or around the cart or what have you. But yeah, I'll go up and be like, interesting thing about that mule. Gah!
Oh well, my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Has initiative changed for any of you since you've leveled up after the
I don't.
first adventure? I've got 5 for Frankie, 4 for Saf, and 0 for Amelia.
Yeah, unless there's something else that would bump it up. That is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
My dex didn't go up or anything, so I think that's right.
Okay.
Oh, right. No, we
Oh,
had, we
it's-
had 2 things to spend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot, I never did spend them. Hold on.
Yeah, because I thought, isn't initiative a calculation of level and...
Oh, if it's level, then I went up to 6, but
No.
It's
see,
equal
yeah.
to your level plus your dexterity bonus.
Yes, yes. So it would have
Oh.
changed at least because of the level for everybody.
2, 2.
Oh, it's equal to level?
So
Yeah.
mine's a 6 now.
Oh,
mine's
so
a
yours
6
is a
now.
6.
Yeah,
Frankie,
because
you
I also get a
are
plus
6?
2 bonus for being a rogue.
Oh,
Oh. Okay, and Amelia, are you at a 1?
I get, yeah. I'm still terribly slow.
Okay. It's just, yeah. Wasn't trying to pass judgment, just
No,
trying to
it's fair.
casually ask a question.
I want to go last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what I tell myself.
sure.
Okay, so we'll treat this as like a sort of a surprise round. You get the jump on Frog. All right, so go ahead and make an attack, Frankie.
All right. And just to finish resolving, I am going to bump my wisdom up to 16, which gives me a 2 advantage.
Right on.
But yes, that should be the end of leveling up. Sorted. Actually, let me get my. So I will attack.
Attack of 8. Yeah. So you stab eagerly towards Frog, but he sort of somewhat prepared. He's a veteran fighter of sorts, so he dodges. He's seen that one before.
I see.
Do you want to stay engaged with Frog, or do you want to use your, his sort of surprise at you lunging at him to take up a different position?
Just back off enough to kind of square up so that I see him coming all the way. Like,
Okay.
if I stay too close, I'm afraid he could grapple or kind of just kind of backhand me. So I want to stay enough that he has to come to me to engage.
Okay, got it.
But that I'm still the obvious thing to go to instead of my friends.
Mm-hmm. Saf, what are you doing?
Gonna back up and pull out my bow and shoot at him, I guess.
Okay. You're staying close to Jocelyn and the cart?
Yeah. Would definitely behind Frankie.
So are you shooting at Frog, or are you shooting at the very surprised goblin that's like standing off to the side of the bridge, like not sure what to do?
I'm kind of hoping that we'll intimidate him out of attacking
okay.
us at all. So I'll go
Frog
for
ate his brother. If we can free him of Frog's influence, we might be able to turn this, so
Yeah. He wanted to join our huddle
Yeah.
already. So
people with charisma scores, get on that.
Saffron?
I'll yell out to the goblin, "Run and save yourself."
There we go.
Oh, all right. You want to make a charisma check for that?
Sure.
Wow. Okay.
I did.
The goblin looks at you and is like,
Tell me more about this saving myself.
what? It's like a light bulb goes on. This is a concept? I'm not just here for fodder?
Our beef isn't with you.
Okay.
All right.
So you're going to make your attack on Frog.
Yeah, with my bow.
Oh, automatic hit
Boom.
for 5 damage.
Heck yeah.
Oh my gosh, where were you aiming to strike Frog with your arrow?
I kind of wanted to have been aiming at his hand that was touching Jocelyn.
Wow, all right.
Go right through
right
the
through
hand.
the hand. Actually, you went for the hand, it went a little bit higher, it went to the wrist, and now his hand is like almost like hanging a little
gross.
off of yeah.
That's pretty gnarly.
And he like lifts it up and looks at it, he's like, ow! You hurt Frog.
You touched my mule, so yeah, I did.
Well, Frog gonna touch you back.
Oh, that
No,
doesn't.
no.
No.
Enthusiastic consent's what you're looking for, Frog. You know?
Yeah.
It's nay here. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool. Amelia, what would you like to do for the surprise round? Getting the drop on the frog, the great and mighty frog.
I would like to point at him and cast Witch Laugh upon him.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so
Oh, no.
it says, those affected by the witch laughter find everything hilariously funny and laugh uncontrollably to the point of pain. After I speak the word of power, the target begins giggling and then laughing more and more loudly as the rounds progress. Initially, -3 to all rolls. If it's effective...
Is this a save that he has to make?
It does. Target which makes a successful saving throw are unaffected.
Okay, so he needs a spell save. So...
What's your word of power?
Yeah. How does this go down?
So probably take the little packet of salt, rip it open, throw it into the air. And I just say butts, because butts are always funny.
I start laughing myself.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Frog rolled a 19.
Boo on you, frog.
He doesn't find butts funny.
Yeah, he hears butts and he's like, frog don't get it.
What's the get? It's a classic.
He's like waiting for an explanation. He's like,
I mean, just look at how ridiculous she looked. Throwing the salt in the air, saying butts.
Well, all the more reason the world should be rid of you. If you don't find butts funny, I just don't.
I feel like I took the image from that.
meanwhile, the goblin's like hysterically laughing, even though it's not even under a spell.
Thank you.
Thank you, Splug.
A goblin of class and culture.
All right, cool. So that's a surprise round. Let's come back to the top. Frankie, you're back up. Frog standing in front of you, not amused at all. Has a hand dangling from a stump now that is what his arm is.
All right. Well, let's.
He's now reached back and he's drawn out his big magical shield that he has in front of him.
Oh,
and it seems like he can't. That was his weapon hand that's just dangling. So it looks like he's preparing to use his arm as his weapon.
All right.
It's like a wet towel. It's gonna be whipping you with a wet towel. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna sting.
It's gonna be kind of gross.
Yeah,
it's gonna hurt. That's
pretty
exactly what he's
nasty.
going for. Yeah.
That's for sure.
It's gonna be some psychic damage.
All right. Well, I take another swing. Oh, boom.
25. That is a hit, even with the shield up.
Very nice.
You successfully navigate around that. What does that look like?
Yeah, gross, by the way, the whole hand thing or whatever. But as he's just kind of like shrugging down, I presume it's a pretty heavy thing. So I just kind of sidestep and jam him in the... I'm going for the neck. If it's not fatal, I get him.
Oh, yeah, okay.
In the shoulder meat, the clavicle.
Yeah, at this point, he's really badly hurt. He stumbles back, drops to a knee, and he's like, has his stump up, like the hand's there, and now blood's coming out. And he's like, he's back positioned, basically at the edge of the bridge now, where it's broken, down on one knee. He's like, his shield's kind of not quite in a protective stance anymore. Very, very badly hurt after that strike.
Is he big enough that if he fell over, he would kind of bridge the gap?
Fill in? Yeah, actually, he probably would. Yeah. Saf, you're up.
And I would like to shoot him with my bow so that if he fell...
Okay. All right, take a shot.
You're going to try and Sparta kick him across the bridge?
might want to leave that to me. Actually, my strength isn't so hot.
My strength is a 9. I'm not doing any kicking.
You kick and you fall backwards.
Oh, I only got to 12.
12. Oh, okay. So the arrow goes just right by him.
And I'll yell at the goblin again. Get out of here.
Okay.
Or push him over. Help out if you want. But
All right, so next up would be Frog. What's Frog want to do? He struggles. He gets to his feet. I'm gonna say he rips off what's left of his hand,
It's a power move.
and he's gonna throw it at you, Frankie.
No.
Hits AC 10.
I don't think that's going to do it. No.
Okay. So this big giant hand goes.
Kind of bat it away. Like, no. Absolutely not.
And
Keep your hand to yourself.
And Frog stands there, and he gives out this mighty croak, and it seems like he's gone berserk. He's like, and he just starts shaking violently all over.
Okay.
Raises his shield with newfound strength. The goblin takes off running, but over the bridge, and tries to make a jump for it.
Okay.
Oh, 15. The goblin leaps the bridge and makes it to the other side safely, and just keeps running.
Agile little baron, isn't he?
Still giggling a bit from the joke.
He gets
I know, right? Butts.
Amelia, you have a raging frog standing at the precipice of the broken bridge. No hand. Magical shield raised on high, ready to do who knows what next. What would you like to do?
I would like to get behind Frankie and cast a blessing upon her and just go, Frankie, get him!
Makes a lot of sense. Sure.
Okay. Is blessing the cantrip that you have to...
yeah,
it is.
so-
It's a success. Good.
Okay.
All right. Frankie, you've been successfully blessed. That's
So-
like the little
Yes, what is it you get?
swirly stuff that
Mhm.
goes around you, right?
Yeah, so hold on. I got two many
Okay.
windows. I think you get plus
Frankie?
2 to attack, Marty.
All right.
+2. So Frankie, with Amelia at your back.
All right. So I get add 2 to whatever I roll then, I guess, or is there another one?
Yeah, giving +2
Alright.
will roll.
All right. Then I'll just like shout right back, like "Gah!" and try to end him. How'd I do?
Oh, that's a natural 1.
Oh no.
This now might be a good time to remind everybody that you all have fate
Let's
points
just say, use a fate point. Use a fate point.
Yeah,
Use a
no.
luck point.
that you could use in situations like these.
Yeah, I think last time I had to do it to get out of a natural 1 when I had a blessing. Quit blessing me. It's your weird hoodoo. But yeah, no, for sure. I'm not.
Did
letting
you
that
say
stand.
butts when you blessed me?
I don't know.
Let's see.
Because if you did, it's not helping.
It's the only word of power I can think of now.
Amelia's so nervous under pressure. That's actually what
I'm
I'll say.
All right,
a
yeah.
healer.
Let me try
Threw
that
a
again.
hand at her.
There we go. 22.
Oh, 22 is a successful strike, and that damage would kill Frog even with his berserking nature. So how do you end Frog, Frankie?
Yeah, let me see. I kind of like shout and put my war face on and kind of knock the shield aside as if to feint it to get his attention there, and then just drag it right across his neck coming on the backswing. Like just kind of, I don't
Okay.
care how tough you are. You're going to die
All right.
gurgling, you fiend.
Yeah, so you knock the shield aside. The shield actually goes flying and clatters to one side of the bridge, and then Frog's just like, "Argh!" and just falls straight backwards and creates a frog bridge over a bodily bridge over
Yes.
the broken remnants of this stone bridge. And thus, the party hath defeated Frog and his companions. Is it Splug?
Splug, yeah.
Splug and an unnamed goblin who was eaten. Who was
Well,
who was
yeah.
Ed.
R.I.P. F's in chat.
Oh. Okay,
Press,
great.
press F to pay respect.
You did it, Frankie.
Yeah. I clean my blade and put this away, and kind of look around amazed, like, Whew. My whole body is just singing with adrenaline right now. Yeah, did it? Oh boy. Whew.
Can I run over and get that magical shield?
Sure.
Eyes
Yeah,
on the
so
prize.
it's a large shield. It's like a large wooden shield, and it has emblazoned on it the image of this red dragon head. That is the same symbol that is found on your map, Frankie.
Yeah,
And does it
checks out.
have any magical properties to it that I can
It
discern?
does. It's a +3 shield.
Oh
Whoa.
shoot!
It is serious.
Now, is it? I'm kind of imagining it's as big as me, but is it just like, is it a buckler? Is it a?
It's like a large it would be like it wouldn't be like a normal size buckler. It's like a buckler, but like a large shield buckler for
Okay.
somebody of the party size. So you could wield it as a
okay.
large shield.
Do you want
It's more like a small
Frankie?
shield for Frog.
Right, yeah.
It was more like a buckler for
Wait, listen, if I'm going to be on the front line, I'd certainly take it. But is it something we should give to Amelia to keep her?
I don't think I can use any kind of armor.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I suppose that's a consideration.
Yeah, I don't know if that. Let me double check that, but I am pretty sure this will be wasted upon me. I'm certainly willing to hide behind it if you are wielding it.
I think that's very funny. But yeah, if it's certainly. What is your?
I'm a
Just
mage.
prop it up in front of her before the battle starts.
So I'm actually curious, what's the stats on this thing? Was it like +5 to AC then? Is that what it would end up being?
Oh,
What's a
yeah.
shield? Yes, so this would be considered a reinforced shield, which is 2.
Poof.
+2 to AC, and it has 3 on top of that. So this is +5 to AC. This is serious. Thanks, scenario book, for rolling
Yeah.
that up for some fine treasure.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I mean, I will take that all day, especially if we're eventually going to fight a dragon.
Hey, it helped Frog out, but not against
Yep.
rolls of 20+. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That will make me very hard to hit. I doubt it'll work with a bow, and if our wizard can't keep it, or our witch can't keep it, then I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll praise it and hand it over.
All right.
Oh, you'll praise it? Okay.
Then I'm going to add 5 to my AC, and whew,
I just want to add it to my logs in case she comes across something better, and then I can take it and sell it maybe.
Oh
Um,
yeah. You were looking for something as your ticket to the big city. This
Yeah.
would sell.
What?
This would sell well.
It's not
see.
quite big and flashy enough, but we'll just keep it on the back burner in case you find something better.
This
We lost you there, Garrett.
Your voice.
You're muted,
Oh, you're
maybe.
muted, yeah. Now we can't hear you. Sorry.
Strange.
It is strange.
How about now?
Oh,
There we
there
go.
we
There we
go.
go. Yeah.
I don't know what Zoom was like. Hey, your mic isn't a mic anymore. I'm like,
Okay.
okay.
Thanks,
That's
Zoom.
very strange.
An intelligence check for an appraisal.
Oh, sure.
Oh, a success. Actually, with a hidden GM bonus, Frankie, you think that this might be the actual shield your ancestor used in fighting the dragon.
Oh, my
It is-
ancestor.
Oh shoot!
It's
Ooh.
actually like an artifact. So
Wow.
hard to put a price
Oh.
on.
Yeah, take good care of that, Frankie.
I can't think fast. I'm trying to think of some irreverent thing I'm probably already over there doing with it, just kind of like
On
throwing
close,
it.
on close inspection, you actually see that there's some pattern of fabrics that was left in the original design.
Oh, some leftover burnt up cloth armor in here.
Yeah.
Had a
It's like on the
cozy on
back
it.
side of the shield where
Yeah.
there's like a leather strap. that
Peeling
like,
it off.
In there, there's
Ooh.
like burnt fabric, burnt cloth.
Weird. And your grandfather's name's just carved in the back.
What are the odds?
Very strange.
Yeah, that used to be his apparently.
Oh. Nope. There's no polite way to say I hope I meet a better fate. So, yep. Well, that's great. I'll take good care of it.
Yeah.
For
Glad
sure.
it's in your hands now and not some gross frog that wanted a mule.
Yeah, no.
Often.
We absolutely liberated it.
Yeah.
Speak of which, we want to try and get... is there a way to get the cart and mule across now that Frog is...
The three of you could easily get across without a check, but Jocelyn in the cart, it's going to be a little bit hairy still. So
Hey.
you're going to have to come up with something to get them.
I mean, nobody really
Perhaps
comes
mitigate
by.
the risk, or you can just say go for it, Jocelyn, and we can see what Jocelyn comes up with.
I mean, nobody really comes by this way, so can't I just tie her up and hope for the best?
We certainly can try that. Though historically, this place was blighted by some kind of dark power and goblins.
I'll put the salt pile around there, and that should be fine.
Oh, there we are. Yep. Just put a salt ring there.
Half of my cart is salt, I feel, anyway, so...
Okay.
And again, will she stay where she's left, or do you feel like you really need to wrap her rein around a tree or something? Because
I feel like if there's enough grass in the area, she'll probably stay put unless she's spooked. So.
Well, that's one of the reasons I wouldn't want to tie her up if we can avoid it, just so that.
I'll take the cart off of her.
There you go.
Not hooked up to the cart anymore.
That way, if she does have to do a runner.
Yeah.
All right. So Jocelyn is happily grazing on grass. The cart left nearby. The three of you over the body of Frog and onto the other side of the bridge. Yeah, and as soon as you get to the other side of the bridge, it doesn't take far before, as you travel closer to Lurkwall, that So Amelia, you have that same feeling come over you again, that you felt in the graveyard, that you felt in the witch's hut, but the land just around you seems bleak and barren, and you see as you approach Lurkwall, on the horizon, the buildings look ruined, in disrepair, falling apart, and I assume you continue forward towards Lurkwall. Is there anything you'd like to do before you get there? Cast a bunch of bless. Butts.
Maybe I should cast Goodberry before we go in there, so we have some good berries.
Oh, okay. That's one of your rituals?
Yeah, it's a ritual. So I think I have to make a check for a ritual. Let's see.
Yeah, well, we're unhooking Jocelyn and kind of wheeling the cart over to the side and such.
Yep.
You can be making some berries.
Okay, let's see.
Just whipping up some berries. I don't know that rituals need a check, do they? Maybe? I think they're just they just take a while to cast. It's
Okay.
not
Yeah.
something that you can cast in.
Okay. I thought. Let's see.
Unless you need to check how good your good berries are.
That's right.
Yeah, it just requires a number of hours equal to the level of the ritual.
Okay, and it is a level 1 ritual, so.
So probably takes you a little less than an hour, but you could take a little extra time if you'd like.
Sure.
You hear your grandmother's voice in the back of your head, Amelia.
I'm feeding. Hurry up.
Everybody
Get it going, dear.
into the town.
Every hour counts.
Hippity ho, let's go.
Why are you wasting time on those good berries?
They're good berries. It's right in the name.
The
It's
heel
barely my existence we're talking about.
Oh, boy. Your new grandma's really demanding.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So see each ritual's description as to whether it's an intelligence or wisdom check. If the test is successful, the ritual works as described. Should the test fail, the general effects of the ritual take place, but with some sort of twist. The game master decides just what goes wrong.
Great. So.
Your
So I guess
game
they do-
master will know what to do.
Yeah. He'll have a table of every available beast and monster.
nice.
Well, there's
Crit
Goodberry.
success.
What does Goodberry require? Oh, wisdom check.
Oh, that's better. I popped out the chat. Now I can actually see it. I did it!
You did it.
Oh, a 1. Automatic success.
That's so confusing.
That's a
but
crit. That's a crit.
It's
You got
for-
some critical good berries.
These
Yeah.
are some excellent berries.
It's because
Fine.
So what do your critical good berries look like, Amelia? Like, how does this all go down?
I think
Like, does it literally like grow out of the ground, or like,
I like
what's
that.
the deal?
No, I go to a
You don't say butts, do you?
I don't say butts. That was only for witches. That was
They're
only
like
for witch laugh.
Two good berries together, like little butts.
It's like a
Um,
peach.
No. With the critical check, I want to go to, because the land around here is blighted, so I want to go to like some desiccated looking holly bush or whatever, and take like a couple little blackberries, like shriveled, look like raisins essentially, and say some, alakazam, hocus pocus nonsense, and they just look like perfect little cherries.
Oh, okay. How many good berries do you get for your cast?
Let's see. Can I guess?
1 per hour.
Is it 1 per hour?
I don't know. I was just kidding.
Oh, 2d4 berries.
Oh,
Shoot.
Oh, okay.
And every one heals 1 point of damage.
6.
Okay, cool.
That's a success.
So, real shame you don't get any good berries.
Only bad berries for you.
Yeah. No, if we get 6, I'll give each of my friends 2 and keep 2 for myself.
Okay. Everybody has a couple of good berries.
All right.
I eat them immediately.
No.
I have 0 chill. You have to know that. No, I'm gonna write
Maybe-
them down.
And I leave the cherry stain all over my face. I leave it across my chest.
Well, what the heck were you handing me berries for then? If I wasn't supposed to eat them,
You gonna see how far I can spit the pits?
that's pretty far.
If you plant good berry pits, do they regrow good berries?
Let's find out. No, we don't have. This is not an agriculture simulator. This is an axe handle.
Yeah.
Wait, let me get my D1000 agriculture table. You're in a blighted area. Not
That's
great.
it.
Oh, that's a different chart. That's a different chart.
Yep.
There's like farmer almanac bands. Like, okay, you're in zone 3.
Three. Yeah. Oh wait, let me roll on what the regional weather has been first.
Yes.
Oh, it's been unnaturally dry this season.
Damn it.
Yep.
I have to take that into account. We did roll that up 6 sessions ago.
That's right.
Okay.
But yeah, then with that sorted, let's find out what plagues Lurkwall.
Yeah. Okay. So you head into Lurkwall proper. You enter Lurkwall through its ruined wall. You're going beyond the wall into Lurkwall. And there you see, as I've described, this sort of ruined little village. It's reminiscent of Kirkwall, perhaps, in many ways. And again, Amelia, you feel that tingling, unsettling feeling in the air that only you seem to sense. And as you walk a bit further towards the center of Lurkwall, there you can see before you, not too far in the distance, a large manor house, the only 2-story building in all of Lurkwall. And it too is in similar disrepair as the rest of the village. And you notice there, standing at the stairs that lead up into the entrance to this great ruined manor, 3 little goblins hanging out. They're sort of picking up stones and throwing them and tossing them at each other, and it seems like they're bored, kicking dirt about. Similar to like when you were a kid and you were forced to play soccer. You were like on defense, but your offense was so good that the ball was always down at the other end of the field. So you were like, why am I even doing this with my young life? You
Just
sort of
hand
kick
mowing the grass,
around
yeah.
and you're like looking at the clouds. Yeah. It's like the goblins are doing that.
Andy got most improved.
Every year I got most improved.
I love that that's true. That's a fun. All right. None of them are the goblin we kind of told to off ski, are they? They're all right. But they did run into town. The
Splug.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
Splug
right.
ran towards Lurkwall. That is
All right. Well, it's no. It might be from here. Do we? I've had a bit of a taste of murder today, and it's conflicting, actually, but feels a little strange. But perhaps we should at least first try to tell these guys to bugger off before it comes to violence. But
I agree.
all right, let's. So really, Saf, you're our face.
So wait, Frankie comes up with a plan, and then it's like, well, Saf, really?
The
You should be
one
the
of
one
the
talking.
one of the primary attributes of leadership is knowing delegation, and
It's knowing the
Yeah,
strengths of your
I'll-
team.
I'll walk up all in shining armor and a big
Oh, okay.
sword and new shield.
That's right.
I will be an imposing presence, but I think even intimidate would come down to charisma, and I don't know that that's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I can
Last.
take the lead on it.
So yeah, I'll lead it off enough just to get their attention of like, oi, goblins, and then Saf.
Yeah, they all turn and they're like, "Arr!" and they all draw out their little like,
Oh.
they're probably like
Oh.
daggers to you, but they're more like short swords for them.
Sure.
They're like,
Get out of here. This is our village.
It's your village. You built all these buildings here, did you?
Yes.
Mm. I don't
Asked
think
and answered.
so.
Yeah.
no wisdom check necessary.
They
I
lie
mean-
about as well as I do.
Yeah, it's like each of you have read the Goblin book on lying.
Uh-huh. That's not. No.
Mm.
That's not a-
Sounds pretty
Yeah, like-
convincing, actually.
yeah, Frankie's like, oh, well, I guess we gotta go then.
Yeah. Well.
We
You need to
just
get out of here before
we
we
just-
get you.
wanted to take a poke around. Could we?
No, you're not allowed here. This is goblin territory.
Since when?
They all start looking at each other, and they're like trying to count on their fingers. Like,
Money? How long? I don't know. Since 3.
the lead one says.
Since you were 3 or 3 years ago?
They all start looking at each other again. And while they're distracted, you see this blur of movement come from behind the manor house, from behind these goblins. And you see a 4th goblin come up and leap on one and drive a sharp stone into the back of it and just start, and like goblin just starts going everywhere. And you notice this is the one that you told to run and save itself.
Hey,
It's
Splug.
Splug.
And
Great,
the other two turn, and they're so like amazed by this crazed goblin attacking its own that they just take off running. Splug is
Hey.
just going at it.
Yeah. No.
Thank you, Splug. Can we go by to look in there?
Yeah. This
He
seems like a
stops
real.
and he throws down the stone. And he's like,
Ah,
Splug, follow the one that has the shield.
Yes.
I feel like there's a real cycle of abuse situation going on right there, Splug. So you're welcome to
Splug used to follow Frog. Now Splug follow you.
Frankie. Frankie's.
Absolutely. Yeah, Frankie will do. And Squire Splug, welcome to the
Frankie,
team.
great and mighty master of Splug. Tell Splug
Oh, yeah.
what to do next.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy this. This is
you,
fine.
Could you tell him to watch?
As everybody knows, Marty, the player, is a huge fan of Goblin NPCs every time. All right, well, then Splug with me, and we're going to check out this manor house here. You're not. Do you know anything about the area, Splug? You from here? These your goblin clansmen or a different tribe? What's the story there, Splug?
Different tribe.
Okay.
Probably
No love
tribe
lost then.
Probably tribe of the great magic user.
Great magic user.
Yeah,
Oh.
that one that helps the big dragon.
Oh, got it.
Oh, great.
And you're clan of the dragon then? Is that
Yeah.
all right? Well,
Under
great.
Frog now, Frankie, clan
That's
of
right.
dragon.
That's right. Frankie 2020.
We hail the dragon. We love dragons.
No, oh no, this is not.
Well, there's going to be a real twist ending. It's going to be a whole Shyamalan thing for you. Don't want to ruin it, so just
Our greatest, Lurkwall's greatest bard, M. Night Shyamalan.
that's right.
Local boy done good.
Absolutely. So yeah, I approached the manor house and
Do you want to take Splug with us, or do you want to send him back to
absolutely.
Jocelyn?
Splug's my man. Yeah.
But we could have him guard the cart, maybe.
Oh, Splug, what do you feel about that?
For how much
You
Frog wanted to eat
what?
that?
Tell Splug what you want Splug to do. Splug, do it.
No, yeah, Splug's with us. We might need someone to speak Goblin. Does any of you speak Goblin? I don't speak Goblin.
No.
What's goblin?
That's so far. Common's been getting us pretty far. Yeah, no, Splug's with us. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Amelia's right. I don't know that I trust Splug. Around Jocelyn.
Hmm.
I otherwise
True.
trust Splug implicitly. Like, look.
Okay. Great.
Here,
He would never betray us.
hold
right.
on my gold, my sword.
Yeah. It's all right. Just don't give him the shield and he's fine.
Because then he's in charge.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
it gives him a
that
real
would probably
crisis
blow
of-
his mind.
yeah.
Oh.
Who knows what he would do? So yeah,
Yeah.
just let's now. Does it look like were they just guarding the front steps, or does it look like?
Looks like they were lazily guarding the front steps.
All right. Does it look like? Does it look like goblins have taken up residence in the manor house, or does it look like? So should we expect more goblins inside? That's roughly what I'm looking for.
You're standing there. These sort of goblins have run off. There have been these lazy guards, if you will. You look up, you would expect if it was like lived in or protected better, there would be like sentries posted or something along those lines. Nothing like that. The doors sort of pushed so slightly open. It does look like there has been entry lately, but there's no other sign of goblin activity outside of that. Goblins aren't running out of the other buildings or anything like that.
All right.
Doesn't seem like there's anything else happening.
Well then, go and not violently kick, but to keep my hands on my weapons and everything, just kind of kick open the door enough to push it open.
Yeah, you do. You kick open the door. It gives one of those creepy manor house creaks, and before you in there is just it's sort of like a somewhat well preserved, like had been lived in before manor house, but like very dusty, spooky. Maybe there's like sheets over some of the furniture because it's the aesthetic.
Are there
And
any portraits up of the former residents?
Portraits of the Tamsworth
That's right.
clan.
That's right.
Yeah, hang on the walls. There's a set of stairs in the just past the main foyer that head up. The sort of decorative stairs, wooden stairs that curl up to the second floor. And then the first floor sort of, more traditionally laid out with like a formal sitting room, and you see another room in the back and a hallway that leads off to what you would guess is, more of the living area of the home.
Kind of looking at the portraiture, does any of it look like my father or grandmother? Not necessarily like exact, but like family resemblance. Okay.
So yeah, one of the portraits has a young Silas on it. You can tell, but
From his hat.
Yeah, yeah. They're all wearing their
Tams,
customary
yeah.
Tams, yeah. And on the frame of the picture it says "We're worth a Tam."
Mm.
And but the two individuals standing behind him in the painting, who you would suspect is his parents, your grandparents, one being your grandmother. The one that's pictured as your grandmother doesn't look like Aggie at all.
Perhaps your maternal grandmother.
Yeah. I did ask which one was she, and I never got a straight answer. Okay.
Well, we're supposed to be looking for a map here, right?
If I were a map, where would I be?
Yeah.
The library.
You want Splug to yell and go find out?
Oh, yeah.
Yell? Is that
Yeah.
what you said?
I'll cry out to the map and tell it,
Oh.
"Map,
No.
where are you?" That's what you do when you look for stuff.
That's right. You sing a song, and a sapient map appears out of your backpack. Also sapient.
Splug doesn't know what that is, but okay.
Just say,
And the
worth
map
a try.
song's real lazy. It's just
I'm the map. Yeah, we know. But anyway, okay. So, yeah, let's
is there okay?
let's
So
split the party immediately.
okay, yeah.
Everybody
My
take a room.
glasses immediately fall off, and I can't see anything without my
That's
glasses.
right. I think that
Start
means
doing this on
Yeah.
the board.
yeah.
Splug's doing it with you.
I look
Oh,
for a part of
yeah.
the background that's animated different than the rest of it. It's not
Yeah.
painted.
I am for sure going to go and make a big sandwich. Just a cartoonishly large sandwich
Yeah, okay.
with an olive on top.
I'll start setting the traps.
Perfect.
Splug asks
More
for a Splug
goblins.
treat.
Yeah. You bet. No, yeah, let's
Is there a library or something?
let's take it room by room here.
Yeah.
I presume we're
Somebody shows up in a mask and takes it off and says, "If it wasn't for you meddling kids."
Oh no, it's old man Splug.
definitely some kind of real estate deal. I'm telling you, it's always a land grab. Well, yeah, there's a sitting room, right? Maybe there's a map in the sitting room.
Yeah, let's
So
Let's start there.
you're just going to go through the manor house together,
yeah.
trying to explore. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
So you walk through pretty much all of the first floor and a lot of the common areas, and it does. There's nothing that you find that sticks out to you. Just more house. But as you're walking through and exploring, you do hear some sounds of creaking upstairs and noise upstairs, and the faint sound of some voices. It sounds somewhat high pitched and perhaps similar to Splug's. Splug whispers, "Sounds like there's more of me."
No one
Well.
quite like you, Splug.
All right. Well, let's investigate that. I figure because I mean we all knew we were going to have to go to the second floor, right? Like
I mean,
we walked in, saw that big ass staircase, and we're like, we're going up there for sure. So yeah, creep with what we'll call an attempt to stealthily.
We're all gonna try to
Do
sneak.
you want me to scout ahead? Because I do have a stealth skill.
Yeah, you and you, then Splug, then me, then Amelia.
I think that's probably smart.
All right, so Saf, you're going to go a little ahead.
Yeah,
Try
I'm
to
trying
be-
to sneak.
Yeah, go ahead and give me your dex check with your sneak skill. All right, that looks good. I think Splug is going to try to sneak.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Splug's sneaking. Okay, so you go to walk up the steps. Why don't you give me a wisdom check, Saf?
Sure.
Okay. So as you go up the stairs, you're hearing them creak, 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 and you notice just as you're about to put your foot down on one of the steps, there's something odd about it. and you look down and you see carved into the steps there are some runes.
I will call forth Amelia and be like, "What's up with these?"
Amelia, you want to come up and inspect these runes?
Yeah, I will. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me.
Yes, I will advance with Amelia just in case this gets...
Yeah, you see Amelia. Tell you what, make an intelligence check for me. Let's see how much you know about these.
I have my suspicions, but I don't know that Frankie does. Oh, boom.
Oh!
Dang.
A nat 1, which in Beyond the Wall is a critical success in this case.
Yeah.
See,
We should change your name to Natalie Ones.
Oh.
Boom. Boom. Feel pretty good about it.
Oh, sure. Marty doesn't get kicked out for that one.
That's right.
My success joke.
Hey, we set at the top of this. We set that this is a narrative battle of seeing.
That's right.
It's a war of attrition.
That's right.
Who
That's
can
right.
last the longest. You can't take the heat at the kitchen.
This is apparently the system for me where I can just roll ones and it'd be cool.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
Find the system for you.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were a red wizard in this game.
Wow. I didn't know words could hurt until right now.
Wow.
Just now.
Wow.
Well,
It went from a kindly fight to a very below the belt type of fight.
Them's fighting words.
What'd you say to me? Whoa.
Yes, so these rune on the steps, you can tell these are magical runes. They're giant runes, but they've been scrawled by little scrawly, nasty goblin hands. And they're active. And if they are touched, they will unleash some sort of magical trap that you imagine is ancient giant in nature and probably something that you don't want to necessarily trigger.
Do I know any way to go to bypass them or dispel them?
As long as you don't touch them, I'm
Okay.
sure that you won't trigger it. So as
skip
easy
that
as
step.
going- Yep.
Okay, but I will say, kind of, and as quietly as I can, I will whisper that they are giant runes, but carved by goblins, and kind of look around and be like, maybe that the great magic user that Splug said taught the goblins, or maybe the goblin is a great magic user. No judgment. I don't know how this works.
yeah, no, I think that's probably right. All right, so touch all the runes in order,
No. Oh, no.
They all light up.
and they'll
Wait,
light up,
wait.
and you have to remember a pattern, or what?
Yeah.
No.
Simon. Yep.
That's what I was just thinking. It's Simon with runes.
Perfect. Then preserving our order, just I guess step over and keep our eyes open for more of these runes.
Splug looks like he's too small, so he has to give it like a.
I can lift him up like a child.
Oh, I was going to make a dex check. No.
No.
Not until we're all over, at least. Yeah.
Okay, so you lift Splug up over.
Yeah.
the-
I'll give him a little like.
No adventure in any of you, I see. Okay. Yep. So you continue past this trap that has been set. I'm sure keeping your eye out to see if there are any more. As you head into the second floor of this manor house, down a long hallway, you see towards the end of the hallway there's a door, a set of double doors actually, that are open, light shining forth from the room, and you do hear what you can now make out as goblin voices and the sounds of rummaging about. You would expect, with the layout of the manor house, that is very likely the master's suite.
Can I kind of listen at the door to hear what they're saying?
Okay. Yeah, so you're going to sneak up with your stealth,
Mm-hmm.
and Splug will be right behind you.
Yeah, I'll advance. I'm a hunter. I have a light step if I need one.
Okay. So listening at the door and hearing some of the sounds, you hear sounds like,
Come on, look there. Give me that.
a very goblin-esque sort of tone, but as if somebody is telling others what to do, and you hear sounds of rummaging and papers rustling.
Ah, yes, here. So we follow this trail. That goes to the barrow. That must be where the thing that I need that I won't say right now, lest I spoil the plot. Yes, it must be there.
Dang,
The
that was
goblins are
clever.
like, yay!
I'll lean.
Come on, keep checking and see if there's anything else of value in this godforsaken home.
I'll lean forward and say,
No, I don't want a tam. I told you already.
insulting
Oh.
the Tams.
I hold Amelia back. It's not worth a tam.
They seem to be discussing some sort of MacGuffin.
What ugly accessories these hats are. Who would wear such things?
Oh no.
How could you even cast magic in something like this?
Take off your glasses.
I would be
Amelia would like to
embarrassed.
Amelia just bursts in there and lets loose some great fiery
Yeah, you wish I had a
magic
spell
she
like
didn't
that.
know she had within her.
I do actually. I do wish
It's like
that.
11 level 7 spell or something.
Delete
Sorry.
fireball.
Bots.
Wait
So I'll-
for it.
So I'll feel the wrath of my bots.
We've gone too far.
Well, yeah, I'll stride in.
Oh,
Oh, I was gonna
Oh.
ask if I can tell how many of them there are, but
Yeah,
Boom. Doors open up.
I'll tell you.
So two goblins sort of turn from their rummaging and look at you in surprise and start to growl. And then this one that's at a desk in the back corner, it's sort of dressed in these random accoutrements of furs and little skulls of rats or woodland creatures hang from it or are along its belt, along with pouches, and it carries this little wooden staff,
Oh,
and
great.
it has these odd looking braids that hang from its head that kind of look like hair, but you're not sure if it's its natural hair or not. And it whips around and it's like,
Oh, meddlers, kill them all.
Yeah, gonna need that map.
I love this goblin wizard. I love everything about him.
Well, maybe you can get a goblin too.
it's a little bit Pokemonish.
Yeah.
You got to catch
oh,
them.
everybody gets
you got to.
goblin.
You have a mule.
Great ball at least.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. I'll
Mm.
paralyze him and then great ball.
Plug, I choose you.
Yeah. Okay.
As long as
so-
it doesn't go the way of that our Pokemon playthrough on
Oh,
one day,
yeah.
where we
That
couldn't
didn't
catch a
go.
damn thing.
Well, no, then we'll just murder everything by accident because you keep using scratch.
They were critical
I
hits.
think,
We're
I
off
think
topic.
I think the word murder implies intent, so I'm not sure murder and accident.
Yes,
can actually
thank
be
you.
Connected.
I
It's
manslaughtered them.
manslaughter.
I'm gonna accidentally manslaughter all of you.
That's perfect. That makes so much everything better.
Wow.
All right, yeah, no, I'm
Okay, so it sounds like we're back into initiative.
it's sorting
Frankie,
board.
Even though you tie Saf, you're very much control here. So
Saf might still be a little like, wait, where are you?
Yeah, I was
Where's
just starting to try and hear the differences between the different goblin voices and be like, okay, 1, 2, what? Where are you going?
Yep.
I do imagine
Um,
just after first attack, 5 or whatever. There's 5 of them in here.
Yeah.
Or 3. There's 3, right?
3.
uh,
Yeah,
3.
Yeah.
3 total.
I will do that very thing. 3, one's in a dress. Splug, you get that one, and I attack the one that I didn't point to just now.
Oh, right on. Okay. So you're going for one of the goblins standing
Yeah, presumably to
somewhat
the left.
closely to you.
The way I'm imagining it, I'm in to the left. I point to the one on the right and tell Splug to get that one.
Okay. The one on the right standing near a bed, tearing the bed apart. The one on the left is going through a dresser. You're going right for it.
All right. Oh yeah.
It's like a big wardrobe that it has open. It's flipping through. It was the one pointing out the Tams.
Those aren't yours.
Yeah,
oh
my-
yeah, it insulted Tams.
My
Yeah, that's the
ancestral
one.
stuff. Leave it alone.
I've got Amelia. No one insults funny hats in my house. There we are.
Oh, 15. Yep, that hits a goblin.
All right.
3, that critically injures a goblin.
Perfect.
Right. So what happens, Frankie? Set the scene.
Yeah, point to that one, going into the left, and let's see, they're kind of wee, but I just straight poke him right through the shoulder, and he's all meat.
It stumbles back into the wardrobe and like falls into it, and like clothes are like falling all over it. It's getting its goblin blood all over everything, but it's in a very bad place right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have Splug act on your initiative, I guess. He's like your follower. So Splug runs in and like looks for something to like attack with.
Oh, we didn't pick up.
Let me roll on my random axe handle table to see what he comes up with. Oh, he grabs like an old rusty like candle holder off of the nightstand and just starts bludgeoning, like leaps onto the goblin, and they're both on the bed, and he's like bludgeoning that goblin with the candle holder, the rusty candle holder.
In axe handle, you roll on the consciousness scale, the CTE table, and if he's got a rusty candlestick, the tetanus table as well.
Yes. Yeah. In this case, he critically tetanused.
Yes.
So if this goblin doesn't die from immediate wounds, surely.
Yes. Oh yeah.
You'll get him
a
in the
week
long
from
game.
now. Yeah.
Axe Handle's all about the long game.
Yeah.
At home, having dinner with his family.
Saf,
My lockjaw.
you see all of this sort of chaos just ensue in front of you as you're finishing up your counting.
Well, okay, fuck
would you
me,
like
I
to do?
guess. Sure, I'll do a shoot at the one in the dress, I guess.
At the shaman? Uh-oh. Okay.
Sure. At 13.
13. Let me check. Okay. So the arrow flies at the shaman, and then as it gets close, you see it like reflects, does a U-turn, and comes right back at you. Does a 13 hit your AC, Saf?
I believe a 13 is my AC. Yep.
Oh, you take 8 damage from your own arrow.
Oh my god!
Well, that's most of my hit points, so...
Steph, what are you doing?
Be careful with that one, I think.
Sort
And
of.
it cackles into like,
Kill yourselves, fools. You took Frog's shield. You shall be the first to die.
Well,
But not-
actually, it was my grandfather's, so...
What lies? Belongs to the great worm, the laughing dragon.
and it cackles. And actually, Amelia, you had the backstory where you encountered and talked to the dragon, right?
I did, yes.
That cackle is the same cackle that the laughing dragon laughs with. And the shaman says, "But not today." And it whips about and goes to one of the windows and throws itself out the window.
Is it taking the map with it?
It has not.
Okay. Then that's
Amelia, what would you like to do?
Heal Saf.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You're running straight to Saf.
Yeah.
Her own arrow stuck in her.
So I cast...
Is this one of your spells?
Yeah, this will be my last spell of the day.
Oh.
And I cast Healing Touch.
That might not come into play, will it?
I cast Healing Touch for 5.
Oh, thank you.
very nice.
We have those good berries too as backup.
Yep.
Does it take a whole action for me to eat one, or?
berry?
I don't know. I'm
You
gonna.
just eat it.
I don't know. Yeah.
Can I just pop them?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's
Like
2 hit
gushers?
points. Just on the ground.
Not only do you feel better, you are now on a sugar high.
Oh,
Now in axe handle, you have to roll on the random choke table. You might choke. Any bite is a potential.
Could be your
hazard.
last.
Yes.
especially with those pits in there. Oh, you gotta roll on the pit
boy.
table.
But like the tables are so like unbelievably high risk. It's like why would anyone even try to eat But yeah, that's
Yeah.
the way the
Yeah,
tables are designed.
you're more likely to
Oh.
last longer trying to starve to death.
Sounds like someone wants to roll on the hunger table. Okay.
Yeah. Starvation is like a very low percentage because
Yeah.
like Axe Handle just wants you to like have a really bad time trying to survive.
Axe Handle coming to drive through RPG.
You're gonna try to eat? What are you, crazy?
It really
Where
makes
are
you
you
think
at on
about your
starvation?
actions.
You're
Yeah.
only level 1 out of 17. Just starve a little bit more. You nuts?
Yeah.
Why would you eat your rations now? Okay. We'll go out of initiative. Splug is just beating away at that
Yep.
goblin with the candle holder.
And the other one if it's not.
Oh, you want to finish it off?
Yeah, I mean, that's never going to heal by axe handle rules. It's not going to heal right. It's going to be an infection.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you want me to roll, or can I just put it out of its misery?
Oh no, yeah, you can just tell me whatever
Yeah.
you want to do.
Yeah, I just do the same thing. Slit the throat of it.
Yeah. So on one side
Coming
there's
down.
Frankie, and on the other side there's Splug, and they're doing very similar things in very different ways.
Amelia, should we be concerned about this? Let's just keep an eye on it. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And then try and secure this map, because if we've got that, then now we know that the magic user knows where it's going. Maybe it did seem to reveal like it was like, cool, that's where I'm going. But at the
Yes,
same time, we can follow.
that's true. Yeah, you have somebody to follow potentially, and yes, there on the desk there are two things of note. One, there is a map of the region, and it does show there is an indication of a location of a barrow nearby. On the map, the barrow has some giant iconography, a couple of runes noted near that barrow. Amelia, would you like to look at those?
Yes, please.
So what you can make is that actually that iconography spells out two names.
Ooh.
One is Freyr, F-R-E-Y-R, and the other is Gerd, G-E-R-D.
And sorry, what was the first name again?
Freyr, F-R-E-Y-R.
Prayer and Gerd.
As you're looking at the map, you glance to the other thing on the desk that catches your eye, Amelia. There is what appears to be a family journal, a Tamworth journal, that looks to have it's laying open. It seems as if somebody, probably the goblin shaman, reading through it. Would you like to pick it up and take a look?
Yes, please. Private. As I immediately begin looking through it.
Yeah, as you flip through, there's some interesting history about the Tamsworth family. One thing that catches your eye, though, is near the end of the journal. There's an entry about so it looks like somebody by the name of Silas has written this part of the journal. And there are notes about the witch bringing the girl to us to raise. And I don't know where she found her, but I know she's been to that barrow recently. I'm wary of her plans, but if it brings glory to Lurkwall and gives us a peaceful place to live, then I'll follow along with her plan. All I want is a place where I can stop getting myself and my family into trouble, even if that includes my adopted family now.
Oh, you sweet idiot. Kind of just read over it like 3 or 4 or a million times to kind of like make sure I'm understanding this right. And then just kind of look quizzically at my friends.
What's going on?
What you got there?
And she'll hand the book to the pair of you.
This is from your dad. Ooh. Just been a couple of wild days for family revelations for you. Amelia, how you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm very confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you say doing with the Irish accent?
How you doing?
How are you doing?
Dune.
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 Yeah, it's
Like
just
the- like the-
Doon.
Like the movie, like the
Yeah,
brand.
it's the
Yeah.
David Lynch
Dune.
movie Dune.
Yeah,
Dune.
that one. Yeah.
Or the guy whose name I can't pronounce. New movie. That's not out yet. Dune.
Dune.
Dune. Is it Dune or Dune?
Hey. Best joke, oldest joke. Yeah. See.
Okay, so Silas isn't my father, which I had
Wait, is that a sound of relief?
like a
wanna
little
get
bit.
inside I want to get inside of Amelia's head here.
A little bit. Like she doesn't. She is appreciative of Silas, but she always felt like his mind was just elsewhere. So like she was always his like second priority. So she always more like. She was relieved when the grandmother when the witch was her grandmother, because it's like, oh, thank you. Like she was a little hurt that she never told her, but it was, I love and respect this woman. Like I am glad that I have someone in my family who kind of, it makes more sense to her. Like
Right. Yeah.
like that made sense to her. Silas never made sense to her as her dad. She doesn't hate him or anything like that, but she was just always a little confused by him. And felt, again, a little like, well, you keep getting yourself in trouble, and that got you kicked out of town. Like, what about me? Like, I was like a teenager or younger, and you didn't seem to care that would have a negative effect on me. The witch is always taking care of me. But now she's like, well, is the witch even my I'm apparently some sort of barrow baby. Like,
You're some kind of changeling.
keep that salt away from me.
Well, I'm afeared there's only kind of one way to really find out. We did say we were going back to your home, and that's going to be even truer now.
Do you think this is helping?
Be not cry? Is that?
Splug yells out, map!
Points at the desk. There it is. I told you if we called it out, it would show.
Sure.
Splug, the great finder, finds it for his master.
Good job,
Works.
Splug.
Works every
Really?
time, Splug.
Read in the room.
If I can offer some words of comfort to you, Amelia, it's not the family you were born with, it's the family that you make. And you got the family of us right here. We're always your friends and with you.
Splug comes up and hugs you.
Thank you, Splug. Thank you, friends.
Family is the goblins we made along the way.
And that being
true,
said,
that
maybe
is.
if we go to the Sparrow, you can find some answers you're looking for now that you didn't know you were looking for before.
Yeah, we'll be with you the whole way. Sorry it's being so dramatic.
It's okay.
Doesn't change who you are to us, though.
I hope it doesn't change who I am.
Yeah, the fact that you might be some otherworldly beastie.
It's kind of makes it
Absolutely,
cooler,
yes.
actually.
A little bit, yeah.
Splug agrees.
Yeah.
But if you're not for any reason, you'll be just as cool.
Oh,
Don't-
yeah,
don't worry.
you don't have to live up to being like an otherworldly beastie or like the key to a gate that unlocks the giants again or something, you know.
I don't
Yeah,
want to
I
be a key. I'm a person.
Yeah, well, listen,
Just
we've
in
all
case
seen
you were worried about that.
Yeah, we've all seen that season of Buffy. Nobody understands Dawn. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, whatever. You don't have to live up to any expectation, either spooky or nay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just be yourself.
I never live up to expectations.
See, Splug's doing it right now, and we all welcome and accept him
Immediately.
unquestionably. I do suggest because, all right, on the one hand, I hate to give the spellcaster a big lead on us.
So 3 hours later,
On the other
literally
hand,
hear your grandmother yelling from Kirkwall.
What are you doing?
well,
I don't know how clear I have to make it.
Well, so there's the other thing. We probably could use you to take a nap to get your spell casting back.
Could she nap in the cart down the way?
However, oh well, there we are. Yeah, is there a
It
way
would
to get
actually
back?
So it's further east from.
It's further
Lurkwall, and
in town.
It's not far. It's not far outside of town.
Mm.
So
So
it
do
would be
we-
longer to go back and get the cart and come back.
Okay.
So,
Mm.
I mean, you think on foot, you're less than an hour's walk.
So do we want to press on and kind of rely on, blessings and hexes? How long does it take you to is it a full night's rest to get
That's what
your
I'm
spells
trying-
back?
That's what I'm trying to figure out real fast. Let's see.
Oh.
Hold on.
Or can you just take a quick nap?
That's a good question. Oh, it's per day. It's spells per day.
Yeah,
Right.
so I gotta take a nap.
You'd have to do a full rest.
I'd have to do a full rest rather. Let's just push on. I'll be fine. I have a.
Okay.
I'll pull out a dagger and it immediately falls out of my hand.
We have
Great.
Slug now.
Yeah. Would you like to give the dagger to Splug? There we are.
That's my plant cutting dagger though, so don't dull it on any bones, please.
Yeah. It's anathema. It's no good for fighting. All right. Then yeah. Let's.
Wait, what?
Yikes.
Okay,
Alright.
so you're gonna push on in the direction of the barrow,
I think so. Yeah.
head
Yeah.
back down the steps, or you're gonna jump out the window. Like,
Back down the
steps.
steps.
It's definitely steps.
Oh.
Oh,
you have featherfall, but you can't cast it.
I can't cast it.
That's
And it can
right.
only affect two
Okay.
people, and I have to touch
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Back down the
It's
steps.
very strange.
Splug is gonna make a dex check, or
Now,
Hey,
well,
No.
Splug can do whatever Splug wants. Splug is a free
Oh,
goblin.
mind the step on the way down,
Yes, yes, for
yes,
sure.
yes.
though. Lift him
Plug
back
on the
over.
banister and let him slide down.
Oh, that activates all the
Splug would
runes
like
on the
that.
banister.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you know how many checks that is for axe handle? Oh.
Oh man.
Got a splinter check.
That's a splinter check.
Splinter.
There's a banister check to see whether or not the banister holds. And any falling,
Gravity check.
that's the random
It's
fall
like-
table.
For some reason, the gravity table says you fell as if you were falling at maximum gravity.
That's right. Because it
You
depends on your
splatter on the
momentum.
floor, even though you only fell from a height of 4 feet. Weird how physics works in axe handle.
Yeah, listen.
And now your party's got to make splatter checks to see how much splatter got on them.
Mhm.
It's a whole thing.
Gosh.
And now everyone has to make footing checks because you're bleeding. And now the floor's slick. It's
All right, so everybody rushes out of the manor house, heads to the barrow,
yes.
and it doesn't take long. You reach the barrow without any further incident, and there before you stands this mound, this great mound, with this door that has been forced open because you gave the shaman probably a fairly good lead. You imagine that goblin shaman perhaps is still in the barrow. You hope.
I hope.
Do you
Even.
press forth into this spooky giant barrow?
Yeah.
Death and gloom.
Yep.
Amelia, that feeling of sense of dread or whatever it is that came over you in the witch's hut and in the graveyard and in Lurkwall in general is now at its height. It's almost making you physically shake and react to it.
Turns out it's been love the whole time.
Yeah, it's a mother's love. Yeah, I do my best to hold it together, but I'm probably not very good at it.
Okay. So you all enter the barrow.
Aye.
You proceed down this long hallway into the main tomb chamber within the barrow. And there lies 3 tombs. 2 very large, giant-sized tombs. And 1 much smaller, almost goblin-sized tomb, you would say. And all the tombs have been opened, and you see the goblin shaman, his back to you, and as if he's rooting about in this smaller tomb, and he picks what looks up. He picks something up. You can't really tell what it is because he has his back to you. But as soon as he stands up with whatever it is that he has in his hand, these 2 giant undead creatures rise up from their open tombs. These almost mummified, grayish-looking remains, and they stand up in this very large chamber. And one reaches out and grabs the goblin shaman, and you can see almost as if the strength is sapped from his body, and he drops what it is that he has in his hand, and it's a small ring as it goes clinking and skittering across the floor. And as you stumble upon the scene, both of these large, obviously undead entities both look upon you, Amelia, and they groan, Runa. And the one that has the goblin shaman drops the shaman, and he's like, he skitters back into like one of the far corners of the tomb. And this ring bounces across the floor, and it rolls, and it lands right at your feet, Amelia.
Get up.
Yeah, I'll bend down and pick it up and look at it.
Okay. On the face of the ring is iconography. It's a symbol of a giant obelisk with ring of stones around it. And you glance on the inside of the ring, and engraved on it is the name Jotunheim.
I don't have to write that one down. I know what that one means.
And they call out again to you, Runa. It seems as if they're begging you to come forward, Amelia.
Frere and Gerd, I presume, by the way.
Yeah. I'll look at my friends kind of very briefly and then step forward.
Yeah.
Should we go with her or?
Oh yeah, I'm for sure got her back.
I will put my hand up, like hold back a little bit, but I mean, don't feel free to don't feel like you have to hold back a lot. But
Oh, okay, I leave.
Like be kind of there.
This
but
is
not,
private.
like,
I
there.
was misreading the situation. This
No,
is
wait.
private. Let's close the door, really seal it.
forever, she's home. This
She's
Barrow
home now.
baby's home. It's fine.
That's right. We
That's
brought
the
her
end of the
back where she
character arc.
belongs. She's
Yay.
been an undead giant the whole time, I guess. There were some things that were unclear to me,
Dun, 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 dun,
And I'm not-
dun, dun.
and I'm not going to ask a follow-up question. I'm not that intellectually curious. I'm a real meathead.
Have a second thought, Frankie.
Oh no. They say
Why? The first one's never done me wrong.
But Amelia steps
Yes,
forward.
no.
and they look as if they want to embrace you, and then they pull back and realize maybe that's not such a good idea.
Yeah, no, I saw the wither shaman.
Yeah, the wither touch thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I will look at them and ask quizzically, questioningly, Gerd and Freyr?
They just nod silently. They look at you with as loving a face as a couple of undead creatures can look. With their eyeless sockets. Like stitched up mouths. Or
I'll whisper to Frankie, is that her mom and dad?
Yeah, she'll point at her. She'll point at herself and say, "Runa."
at you.
Sorry, say that again.
Yeah, they both say Runa and they point at you. And then they say, "Go forth, reawaken our clan, Runa."
Great. Some
So is she a giant?
sort
or
of baby
what?
giant. Our clan. Let me put that in quotes. And I'll say, but the witch says the Barrow is killing her.
Runa. And they point to the ring. Go there, reawaken our clan. It's almost as if they're expecting you to put on the ring and accept this quest that they give you.
She will put on the ring.
So as soon as you put on the ring, these two entities almost seem like they're satisfied, like their desires are satiated, and they wander back to their tombs and they both just lie down peacefully and silently. And this feeling that you've had the whole time suddenly disperses. Everybody almost notices as if something physical just lifts and flows out from the barrow. You peer around the tomb, that seems to be a much lighter atmosphere now, and you notice the goblin shaman is just nowhere to be seen.
He was really bringing the room down.
Like not he got away.
Potentially, just
Okay.
gone.
Or his body melted. Probably that one. We'll never see him
Probably,
again.
yeah. Almost certainly.
No, like she will kind of let out a big breath that she had been subconsciously holding, and then she'll start to not cry, but like kind of do that lot of deep ugly breaths. Yeah.
Is that Amelia's specialty?
Yes. Deep
Yeah.
ugly breaths.
And so the only other thing that you notice in the area here, besides, really it's just the tombs, but on the tombs they do have names. There is the name of Frere engraved on one tomb in giant iconography, Gerd on the other, and the third empty tomb does have iconography of the name Runa engraved on it.
Am I a dead giant baby?
I was kind of hoping you could tell us. I mean, yeah. That's my best guess, but I'm not the thinker. I think we've established that. So
I'll pull out the woven blanket from my pack and put it around her like a comfort blanket.
We need to go to the giant runes across the ruins. Sorry, not runes. There are runes there, but we need to.
they're probably both are true.
Yeah, follow the runes to the ruins where the runes are.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to go to the giant ruins across the lake.
We should go to a rune with a view.
No, I'm done now. We're not doing
It's
that.
like you're not.
No, I quit.
I'll
I'm
laugh
done.
at him.
War of attrition.
Get the
That's it.
GM
I'm
to
over.
quit. It's a success, an epic success.
An axe handle.
In axe handle.
And as you exit the barrow, all you see off in the distance is this great worm, red worm, flying away off over the giant civilization ruins thing, and back down, landing somewhere near that area. Next time, we can go to the giant ruins like everybody wanted to.
That's
Maybe you have a reason to go there now. I don't know.
Yeah, and you're some undead giant bear.
I don't want to talk about it. No, I do. I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, I wouldn't know where to start.
All right, well, I guess we'll have to find out what the tables come up with.
Yep.
But until then, some shout-outs. Andy?
You can find us here every Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. Social media info's over there. Follow all those things. Be kind to each other. Wear your mask. Don't be racist. We love all of you.
Yeah, good advice. CC, what do you think?
Hi, I'm CC, aka Soup, aka Soupska on the Twitters and the Instagrams and the everythings like that. You can find me if you like things like the overlay that you see before you. And I do like other artwork and stuff and things. So check it out.
Marty, where can we check you out?
Yeah, no, well, don't bother. You can pretty much just do it here. So pretty much just follow the Laughing Dragon in and all the other things that were suggested. But yeah, somewhere on your screen is some kind of thumb up or a like or subscribe or a, some kind of comment. Just do it. Just do it. And if you ever need to practice an Irish accent, try like and subscribe.
Like and
That should get you
subscribe.
there. Like and subscribe. There's your hook.
How are you doing?
And keep coming back for more Wall and Other Adventures, where we literally go beyond a wall every time we play. That's it. Thanks, everybody.
Oh, double scaly hands.
Shit. 2 for the price of 1.
You have to push the button.
I'm working.
Freya and Gerd, wait.